the bad ones. This one made the list because it was huge. This one actually affected a significant portion of all of us in the United States. And right now, I think the number is plus somewhere over 60 million people's credentials or records or personal information was stolen. And a large chunk of that was in public safety and also our schools, right? So we had a lot of student information shared, which as a father terrifies me, right? I don't want anybody finding out anything they don't need to know. And MOVEit itself is touted as a secure file storage. So it's a place where we should have been able to trust the data there. Where they found a known vulnerability or an unknown vulnerability, what we call a 0-day, because nobody knew about it. And then they used it. And unfortunately, because this is a cloud-based service, which just means somebody else's server, in this figure, the problem was that the service itself was running SQL, right, SQL, and was susceptible to an injection methodology that gave the bad guys the ability to get to the data, right? So they stole it. They stole a ton of data, and they put it on the dark web, which is also the cloud or the internet. It's all the same place. So really understanding it's there, so we can really see what the issue is and try and figure it out, so we can make sure it doesn't happen again. Sorry, switching mics. Is that better? Second. Didn't realize we had, when we test everything, it works perfectly. When we go to actually do the webinars, it's always challenging.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yep. Hope that's better. Hope you can hear me better. And I'm speaking to the mic in front of me instead of the one across the room. That's always a good thing. So MOVEit itself was just huge in scope. And it's also the fact that it was a trusted entity, right? Somebody we went to and put our data believing that it was safe. And let's be honest, they didn't protect us like it's their duty, right? So it wasn't, it just happened that way. So really,
that was another situation. The problem was protected alike. Really, fairly recently, I want to say a month into the vulnerability. Part of the problem was that it wasn't getting patched in time.
Yeah.
So having a proper patching methodology and having regular vulnerability assessments and scans really helps with that, knowing that you have a critical vulnerability like that before it gets exploited.
Yeah, and looking at picture stuff, right? What are they doing to secure themselves is a question we should ask of all of our vendors, including us. We need to make sure we're aware of it. And as I mentioned, we don't want to know after 65 million people have lost or have had their data exposed. So we really want to make sure we're aware of these. And then we patch. Fix here if they had patched more quickly. And there was multiple layers of patching. We understand it's pain because we have to live in that world too. But doing it so as expeditiously as possible.